Going to review some additional higher end features on the 663 control panel. If we hit the setup button here and then we arrow down, so we'll just exit here. So setup button, and then if we use F4 and arrow down, we come to essentially the last parameter, which is the calibration. So if we push ID here, it will start stepping us through the calibration mode. So it's asking us if we want to do a new zero calibration. So we would hit enter, we would say yes. Now at this point we would hang our test weights on the scale, and let's say our test weights were 18 kilos. So we would hang the scales on, the weights on the scale. We would enter our test weight value of 18 kilos and we would press enter. It'll now do its span calibration. Yeah, that looks good. Calibrate, OK. Enter. Enter to save. We'll save the calibration. And enter to exit. And now the calibration is complete. And if our weights are still hanging on the scale, when it reboots, we see that there's 18 kilos. And then we remove the weights off the scale and we see that's reading 0, so the calibration is good. Now there was adjustable filters in the program, so if we from the main screen, if we press the F5, it asks for a password. We enter our password, and now if we press the F1 to arrow up, we see it has a bounce timer. So this is when the scale starts filling, it ignores set point 1 for this duration of time. Now there should really ideally be two separate bounce timers. The fast bounce timer should be 0.7, and then there should be a second one that's a slow bounce timer, which should be 1 second. So fast bounce, when the scale starts filling, it ignores the first set point for that period of time before it starts reading it. And then when it kicks down from fast to slow, the slow bounce timer will ignore the set point for that second duration of time. We also have 3 filters. So when it's in fast fill, we have a filter here which responds fairly quickly due to the high product feed rate. We have a slow filter. It's a little less filtered while it's slow filling, and then the idle filter, which is a higher filter to make the display more stable when we're not filling. And then we would hit scale select to exit out of that again to the main screen. Up on the top here we have a bag counter. Every time it discharges, it'll increase that count. If we hit the clear button, it'll clear that. It's asking us, are we sure? We hit enter, and that will zero out that. It would also be nice to have a batch counter on here where we could say run 200 bags and then it would stop at the end of the batch count.